John from JO Ventures Outdoors, and I'm here with you for another video. And I'm out in the shop here this morning. I was just working on a sheath, and for a gentleman, I'll talk about the trade I got for that. But you can see I got the sheath being glued, so if you're watching, you know who you are. So there it is so far. So I'm hoping that's going to work out okay. I'll talk more about that here in a few minutes. But anyway, so I've got several things for you here this morning. I was going to wait a little longer to do a video, but I thought, gosh, I got so much. I really ought to talk about it now. Grab my coaster. Look at that coaster. That's pretty cool. Baxter's blades. Wow. So anyway, so we probably need to show you some of this stuff. Okay, so I've got some sticker swaps. I have a trade, 2 trades, and some flea market finds. So that's what we're doing this morning, and so I hope you enjoy it. So let's talk about the sticker swaps first. The first one was from Wicked Blades. I'll have him linked down below. Go check him out. He hit me up for a sticker swap, and I was glad to do that. Great channel and great guy. So Wicked Blades, and he is up on the side of the toolbox. I'll show you here what I've had to do. I've had to go over to the side of the toolbox with some stickers here recently. So you are there, my friend. Whoops, there we go. Sorry about that. Little fancy camera work there. But yeah, so there's the first one. The second one was from that pocket knife guy. And this is funny. I've got 4 stickers. One's up on the board over there, as you may have saw. And then I've got these 3 other stickers. And then he also sent me this puck, or this little chip, like a poker chip. Always carry a knife. Rule number 9. Isn't that cool? That is so cool. And so I really appreciate that very much, my friend. That's Thomas over there. And it was funny, he reached out to me, said, I think I sent you my stickers, but let me send you another set because I don't know if I did. Well, you did, Tom, but one set came back like this. So it had a rough way to go getting here. So I actually got 2 sets from you of stickers. So I'm appreciative of having those, and always like doing sticker swaps. So there's the sticker swap so far, and so appreciate both of these gentlemen doing sticker swaps with me. Great channels. Go check them out. They'll be linked below. So then the next thing I'll talk about, let's talk about the flea market finds, I guess, first. I went to our local flea market here. It's once a month on Sundays. And so I picked up 3 items this past week. And so I want to talk about those. The first one was, it was a package deal. These 2, it's a little case knife, and this is a old timer. And this is an 18OT. And it's in really great condition. It's a USA 18OT. And it's got this little brass liner there. It's a liner lock, as you can see there. And man, it's in great condition. So I saw these 2 together at a booth, and this one looked a lot worse than this. This is actually a 33 pattern from Case. I think it's a 6. There we go. Let's let you see the number. There it is, 63033. It's an 033 pattern, Stockman, and it's a 1978. It's a 2-dot, and it was pretty rusty. You know, some people like to buy rusty knives and then clean them up. And so that's what I like to do. And I get a good bargain, and I like to make them look nice. So it's very enjoyable to me in the hobby. And everybody has their thing. Some people like to buy new knives. Sometimes I buy new knives. Sometimes I don't. I prefer to buy them, when they're well used and I can clean them up. So anyway, so I got this one, and I got it all cleaned up. Got that sheep's foot. Got a little pin blade. Really nice little Stockman brown Delaware. Nice vintage piece. And I got these two for $30. So I didn't think that was too bad. And I roamed around a little bit. I saw a couple other things that were not bad, but I just don't want to I got too many knives already. If I see something really good, then maybe I'll buy it. But so anyway, I roamed around. There was this glass case, and you know what I mean at flea markets. I got this glass case, got a bunch of stuff in it, mostly junk, most of the time. But anyway, but I looked in there. Ooh, I saw a knife, and I saw this. Although it didn't look like this, it was nasty looking. And I pulled it out of there, and the first thing I saw was the shield. Look what the shield says, Primble. I was like, oh, you got my attention. And then I opened it up, and you can see I still have some oil there, because I had to soak this thing pretty good. But this is a John Primble. And sent this to Big J. I was kind of showing what I got and all that. And we both looked it up and found it was 1940 to 1968. But Big J confirmed it for me. So thank you, my friend. And I cleaned it up a lot because it was pretty rusty. And again, just like I like them, nice and rusty. And so there you go. You got the spade blade. It's got good snap. That main blade's got a little less snap, but there's the sheep's foot, and here's the spade blade, which I can actually get out of there now. You can see the inside of the channels I got clean. But look at the covers on that. You would not believe what I paid for this. I paid $1 for it. Yes, $1. So, if you like doing this, go out to the flea markets. Go out to the antique stores, pawn shops, see what you can find. Sometimes you find a sweet deal. So there's the flea market, and then I had a couple of trades. The first one I'll talk about is a trade for leatherwork. That's for this sheath, which I just showed you, and I'll show you again. Here it is right here. And this is a sheath for, I don't want to take those clips off because it's gluing the welt on it, but it's a sheath for this for Chris. It's a Buck 877 Buck USA. And he rehandled this. Look how beautiful that handle is. Chris, you just did a phenomenal job on the handle. You've got some nice places to put your fingers there. This is very comfortable, but it is wider. And he said it was wider than he wanted to, but it was so comfortable he left it like that. And that presents a little bit of a problem making a sheath for it, but I think we're going to get it figured out here. And I'm gluing the welt on right at the moment, but I had to really build the welt up on that. I don't know if you can see it or not on this because I got the clips on, but there you go. You can see it right there. The welt on the back's really built up to accommodate the handle. In fact, I might even have to put another layer on there. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But the last time I tested it, it worked great. The one thing I might do is put a little groove in here for this guard right here. So I may do that before I'll glue it shut and stitch it. But it's coming along pretty good. And so we did a trade for a couple of Rough Riders. And yes, I sometimes trade for Rough Riders. The first one here is, let me get the box. A lot easier to see it on the box. Where's the number? It's the 1957. And it's this working man pocket knives with pocket clips. I've been wanting one of these for a while. I thought these were very interesting. Here's the box. Very cool. And here's the knife. I really like this. Need to clean it up a little bit, but I moved the pocket clip to this other side and adjusted it a little bit. But yeah, that green bone on there is cool. And then the long rifle series. This is of course, a trapper, and its box is very cool. It's a tin, and then it's got the little thing about Roosevelt on the back, Rough Rider long rifle, and there we go. Got double nail nick action going on there, which I don't mind. That's all right. Oh, you gotta go to the other side. There we go. Nice spay blade. Yeah, pretty cool. I mainly went for this one because of that rifle shield. I just think that's so cool. I really like that. And nice etch. I don't usually like etches, but that's pretty cool. 440 stainless on both of these. These are not carbon or anything. And the clip on here works really nicely. I carried this yesterday and it worked great. So thank you, Chris. Hopefully your sheath will work out okay. I'm pretty confident that it's going to work out great. This is a beautiful knife, beautiful handle. So there's that. I guess we could keep these out there. Well, we're not going to have room. I'll get Chris's knife out of the way. We may have to move these too. Okay, so then I did another trade with Cross Creek Outdoors. Dwayne, if you haven't checked out Dwayne's channel, you got to check him out. He does a phenomenal job, and he shares the word with you, and which I really appreciate. And he does a really nice job on camera. I just really enjoy watching him. So, I got another piece I need to show you. Well, I'll show them all together here, but I did a trade. I traded him a couple of knives, which I'll let him talk about those, but for a couple of his knives. So the first one, and this was kind of the secondary piece. It's not what I approached him about, but this is a Marbles jumbo trapper. Look at that thing. Is that a monster or what? Does it have a number on it? I don't know if it has a number on it. I'm not familiar with Marbles. This is the first Marbles I've gotten. There's the stamp. Half stops on this, match strike poles. So very similar to Rough Rider. Maybe a little, I don't know. I think they're very similar. And look at that. Man, that thing is nice. Showed a picture of it, and I thought, oh, I just love the covers on that. So that was that was part of it, and it has the box with it. And in the box, it came in this nice pouch. And here's the number, MR117. Nothing else on the box. Well, you got that right there. But good, very good. But the feature of the trade was this. It's the Buck 307. And USA, he showed it on one of his videos. I believe this is the one that went back to Buck for some work. There's a spay blade. And because I think this the main blades, was broken. I think what he was going to have it done was have the blade replaced. and they reprofiled it for him and sharpened it. And I think they might have cleaned it, but I did clean the channel out, and I did clean the knife and oil it real good when I got it. But those edges are just fantastic. So, and he had two of these. He had two 307s. So I said, hey, you want to trade one of those? Because I've been looking for one of these for a while. So I offered him a couple things for a trade, and I sent along a slip that I had made, and I just had held back for just the occasion. And so he's like, you don't have to throw the slip in. And I said, no, I want to, because you try looking for these. These are hard to find, and I really appreciated him trading it. Listen to that snap. My gosh, these things are awesome. Ever since I got Travis's in the Traveling Brotherhood buck, I've wanted a 307. So I'm just thrilled to get a 307. And I love the marbles. That's neat. Very cool. But he went and threw in, he made this. And isn't that beautiful? And he's got his maker's mark on the back. I didn't know he did woodwork like this. These are magnets, so you can display your knife right up there, and it's got the J.O. Ventures Outdoors logo on it right there. Is that cool or what? So that is very cool. Thank you, Dwayne. You didn't have to throw that in, but he did it. And he said, well, it's going to take me a day or two to send it to you. I said, that's fine. Take your time. And well, he was making this for me. So I really appreciate that. And it's really funny, but this week I also got another gift very similar to that from a friend at work. He gave me this solid brass puck with my logo on it. And so it's just been a very cool week to get these gifts with J.O. Ventures on there. And I knew this gentleman was going to do this sometime. We talked in the spring about it. And then we were at lunch with some other people, and he gave it to me. And I have something special for him that I made him. So I'll be bringing that to him. And so, yeah, it's just been a good week here. And of course, I've been doing the One Knife Challenge by Richter Knives. And here's the 92 pattern Stockman from Case. It's a 1981. And we've got some Teeners on the main blade for sure, and also on the spay blade. This thing has been phenomenal. We can kind of compare it to the buck. The buck's just a little bit bigger than that one. This is the size of a 75, I believe, and this is just a little shorter than a 75. But I've been really liking the big Stockmans. So, so yeah, even the Primble is a little bit bigger. It's about the size of the buck. Well, maybe just a little bit shorter than the buck. But anyway, been liking these large Stockmans a lot. And so there it is. Of course, I'm carrying it in a Richter slip. And so there are some updates for you. It's been a good week. Got lots of trades, good flea market finds, a leather project going on. It's been a busy week here. We've got some sticker swaps and all that good stuff. One knife challenge going on. Yeah, it's been a busy week, and with that, I'm going to let you go. Thank you all for watching.